You there? Okay.
Okay.
So things to do, doing, and done. Okay, good.
Yeah, but I haven't. So basically, I wasn't quite sure because this is the first time I thought, let me just use Trello and see if I can work it out. So essentially, if I go into this, this is the description of what I need to do. And then for this one, I'd actually broken it down into the activities.
So you broke down the activities inside the main task. Huh? Scroll up.
So because
scroll up.
So what it does is that you've got this is the main for webinars. You've got the description of what I need to do. So I've just put essentially the task, and then it tells you to write down the activity for each. So I need to create an Eventbrite ad. So then do that.
Why are you coming? Why are you starting from the bottom though? Scroll up, please.
What do you mean? Why am I starting from bottom?
So in the description side, you have create Eventbrite ad, right? Ad, but that's the first one you listed as an activity at the bottom. Is that a reason for that? Or
well, no, it's just because I copied and pasted each activity as I was learning, because I can actually I'm not quite sure how to use it yet. But literally what I would do is open one activity and copy each line item and paste it. So it's not, the activity isn't in the order in which it's going to be done, it looks like, because you can also then set the dates, right?
Yeah, but if you remember, the activity priority matrix says you should focus attention on that which will give you the greatest benefit, right? So
yeah,
so essentially,
I've got the activity priority matrix. I need to actually discuss that with you because it doesn't completely make sense to me. But I've got the activity priority matrix, but in here it gives you a breakdown, doesn't it? So then you need to add dates, I assume, right?
Yes. Can you add date to the activity?
This is what I'm not sure about, because this is the first time, it was the first time I used it. So I don't know whether.
Let's try it. Click on edit.
I can add a date. I can attach something. I can mention a member, add an emoji, add a card.
Click on add a card. Let's see what it's got. It's just gonna add.
Yeah. Oh, so if you add a card, then it connects you to another card in that you've created.
Yeah, let's do that. I think it's doing you like that's like a dependency, right? So if you click on,
I guess it looks like.
Yeah, click on. Obviously, I didn't use Trello. This, the way I've done the tagging in Miro.
In Miro or whatever. Yeah, it's the same concept, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Okay.
But
my recommendation, so I think I've seen what you've done here, where you say you have a task and a subtask.
Yeah, right? The main task is I've got to have a webinar, and under each are subtasks, right? So
that's fine. You know what you can do here? I mean, the way you've done is actually fine, where you've taken all the subtasks. Don't worry about. I'm not sure you can add date to the subtask. That would have been the great thing to do. Where if you can add the date to the subtask, but I'm not sure. Click on dates for me, please. Okay, so that is for that. If you put, let's just say 11th, for example. Just select 11 at the top there. Okay. Yeah. And click on save.
Where's the save button?
You have to scroll down because you have. Yeah, that's
I've lost it.
You have to, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, click on that. Let's scroll up. Okay, so that is for the
main task.
Yes, it doesn't do for.
It doesn't do for each activity within.
Yeah, because the challenge is that you see this one helps us to move tasks visually, so we know we're making progress.
The Miro.
No, both of them. This approach, this Kanban framework. If you listen to the video, I spoke about Kanban framework, right? Which essentially moves stuff from left to right. which is visually, it gives us a kickback, right?
Yeah.
That we're making progress. That's the reason why we're using it. Normally, you could use a traditional project management plan, but it's just gonna be too. I don't want it to be like another project that you're trying to manage, like you're building a house or something like that.
Okay.
Well,
I've never used a project management plan before anyway, so yeah, I need something that is easy, a tool that's easy to use, because I don't want to, have to be learning the tool as I'm actually trying to just
just to get the job done, right?
Yeah.
So I think if there's a way you can, my recommendation would be either this works for you like this. It's just that I think this approach you've done here might still cause problem, because if you finish a task, what do? You just delete it, or you just cross it out? For example, if you finish this create event bright ad, what do? You need to click on edit. I think what you do, you click on edit under description and strike it out.
I don't know. Is it possible to do that?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. No, I'm not saying this one. I'm saying.
You mean the main task?
That description up there. Yeah.
Oh, well, with that one, it's isn't that in progress and done?
No. Click on that edit beside that description. No.
Right?
No. Go back. Click on that. Go to that. That description. Click on edit. No, not that one. Edit at the bottom. Yeah, under that. Oh, no. Under the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, click on this, and then select. Let's say create event ad. The last one. The Eventbrite ad. Highlight it.
There's no way of striking it out. I think it's either in progress or done. So I guess you've got it done. Hold on, look, there's a checklist. I don't know. I don't know what that checklist is, but you can add checklists and labels and stuff. Okay.
You know what you can? Yeah, that's just about labeling. You can say if it's green color, it's complete. If it's blue color, and that's also something you can do. You can put label against the task itself. You can say marketing webinar, we have a blue label. That's the way I've used it before. Trello. We used it when I was working in Zurich one time like that. We're working with an external agency that we couldn't give them access to the Zurich stuff. We just get them to use Trello, and then we just label different tasks with different color code, and we all know what the color code represents.
Yeah. So just be like in your Google Calendar, how you color code stuff.
Yeah. So that's easier visually how things work. Okay, cool. All right. So what you need to do then is to prioritize these activities in the order of importance.
Yeah, see, this is why I'm thinking this thing is just a duplication of effort, because in the Excel spreadsheet, I prioritized.
Show me.
Huh?
Show me the Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, okay, hold on. And then also in the Excel spreadsheet, in terms of priorities, I don't necessarily know if I've done it correctly.
Yeah.
Because what's it called? Because I well, anyway, I'll show you. Let me just grab this as I head up. So I don't necessarily know if it's the best use of time to be doing, the actual map and then putting it on the, the Kanban like here, and then in Excel haven't actually set it out and created the priorities. Do you see what I mean? Let me stop share. Here it is. See, so here it is. I went through it today. I don't even know.
Okay, let's
if it makes sense in terms of how I prioritized it.
What I think we should do. Yeah, what I think we should do. I would say let's determine priority by multiplying the impact with the effort, right? So if you go to, so you have webinar, Man, you can't have zero effort, Abinai. Please, you have to
Oh,
have.
did I have zero effort? Well, it didn't take me long to set a title and a date.
So one is fine. So,
They opened that microwave for me. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Human being, right? Human being, we have different things that we're dealing with. So what I'm saying here, set date and title, that is an effort of 1, impact of 10, right? Okay. So you have made that to be the first thing you're going to do because it's a low-hanging fruit. Is that the reason why?
No, this is what I'm saying about priorities. Look, in order to actually do everything else that follows from the webinar, I need to have a date and title. So to do the Eventbrite, I need to have a date and title. To do the landing page, you see what I mean?
Yeah. So again, if you go back to the activity impact matrix, we said that a quick win is something that you can do quickly that will give you quick results, right? And then a major project is something that would take a bit of time, but to give you substantial results. I think in the training that I posted yesterday, I tried to explain that if you are a course creator, if you're a coach like you, Abena, for example, you want to run a live event, right? To run a live event where people pay you, let's say maybe 1,000. Let me see. Let's say you're running a live event, people pay you $2,000 per seat, or $5,000 per seat, over a weekend, and you're aiming for 1,000 people to come to that. That's $5 million that you make over the weekend, right? That is going to require a lot of effort to do, but it will give you maximum results. So that is a major project, right? Okay. Now, all of that major project will have sub activities, right? That will inherit the prioritization that is based on the main task, correct? Okay. But those subtasks themselves will have what mini task that you do, which could be quick wins. So in this case now, webinar as a whole, webinar as a whole, is it a major project or is it a quick win?
No, it's a major project.
Okay, so everything on that webinar will inadvertently inherit the webinar ranking, right? Okay, but in this list here, you then look at create list 710, landing page webinar 810, create webinar cover page 610, create Eventbrite advertisement. That ad itself, right, cannot happen unless you have the landing page, right? Line number 8 cannot happen unless you have line number 6. Is that correct?
I think so.
Exactly. So in the order of activities, the number 8 will be the last thing you do, right?
Okay. So to prioritize, you prioritize it in order of activity.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But remember, they are inheriting, or even though they are inheriting the overarching priority for the main task or main activity, as it were, but prioritize in order of activities. So if I take webinar as an example now, right, and I say, okay, in order for me to get my webinar out, what are the things I need to do? I list out the activities and then say, in which order should I do them? Bam, 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 bam. I rearrange them like that, right? But without losing sight of the priority. Now, why do we do the priority in this case? Is because at times you have conflicting priorities, right? You then need to make a call and say, between creating landing page webinar and doing WhatsApp standard templates, right? Which one should I give a high priority to? They could both have the same ranking, but you could then go to determine the prioritization you give to based on the effort and impact. Let's run through an example, yeah? So to make it easier. So you see, webinar is a major project. So if you can just open the bracket and just put major project in front of it, just to help me not lose sight of that. So All right, so that's a major project, and that means it should have based on ranking. Okay, you want to do that? You could that would be what effort would it require? In front, you need to put in column B what effort will column B what
The
effort
actual
will require.
webinar itself, the effort it requires.
Yeah, because this is the webinar as a major project, right?
Oh, so you not only put the effort required for the actual project, you need to put the effort required for the subtask within.
Because they're going to inherit that, right? They're going to inherit what line number 3 inherits, right?
Okay.
So what effort would running a webinar? Now, when we say running a webinar, when you say webinar major project, in your mind, you're referring to all the things you need to do to get your webinar up and running and possibly automate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to write? Create actual presentation.
Put that the actual presentation I need to do, but that comes at the end.
But not just a presentation, right? You have to then do what? You have to also, maybe you want to say create and finalize, because that presentation will require a bit of edit, right? You need to go back and check if it's fine, right? Okay. I will recommend to make the practice run a separate task. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's going to take a bit of time, won't it? Dry run. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool. Let's go back to.
Okay, so you said at 10, I've given the webinar itself the effort required. I put it at a 10. The impact obviously is a 10 because
let's put the impact at 10. Yeah. Okay. So we know this is a top-notch project for us, right? Now, in the things that I have to do, you have listed out this task, right? Now, in what order do you think it should go?
Okay.
Let's look at the order first.
Okay, so the order then is obviously date and title. That's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 2 would be do the landing page, because in order to actually in order to advertise generally, I'm going to need the landing page, right?
Yeah.
Then I need to create the
Well, before you go there, have you selected a landing page platform, a webinar?
Yeah, I'm
platform?
working on it now. I've switched platforms, so I'm going to be using MailChimp.
Okay, so you need to add that as a task. Always remember this is rule of thumb, right? As long as it's going to require my time. So, okay, let me take a step back. Again, I know some of you may have not watched the video, but the purpose of the activity priority matrix is to help you to prioritize your time, because bottom line is you do not have enough time to do all the things you want to do. Therefore, you need to be able to make a priority call and say, in order for me to do this, opportunity cost. Should I spend time on this? Should I not spend time on this? All right. So if somebody's going to take your time, you should have it on your task list. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is on MailChimp anyway, and that's being done.
Yeah. You need to put the effort.
Well, somebody's doing it, so I'll say the efforts. There's no effort on my part. I don't know what the effort is on somebody else's part.
The bit that you have to do here is you have delegated it out, right? So the effort on your part will be minimal. So it might be 2, right?
Oh, okay.
It's going to give you great impact, which is 10 or 8 or whatever. Yeah. So now, why was it delegated out? Because even though it's something that will yield great result, is a thankless task.
Well, not even that. I just don't have the time to learn how to use it. If I had the time, I'd actually learn how to use it.
Okay. If you remember the quadrant, thankless task is on the right-hand side, right? Impact versus effort. So you delegated this one because for you, even though it's something that will yield you great results, you don't have the time to do it. So just say, you know what, effort required 2. Yeah. But impact is 10. Okay. So landing webinar, create on MailChimp. You see, the way I would do number 6 and 7 is I would say create landing page for webinar, right? And then line 7, I would say, which is what you are saying somebody is doing now, right? How is MailChimp able to do webinar though?
So I should say delegate to landing page.
No, select. You have already selected landing page. Landing page. Let me ask the question in a different way.
Host.
So you do your webinar through a platform, right? Like Webinar Jam and stuff like that, right?
No, I usually do it on Facebook Live, although this time around I'm looking at whether I should do it via StreamYard. Okay.
You can do StreamYard or you can use. So the thing is that, right, it seems to me that you've not selected your webinar platform.
Oh, okay.
So you need to have that webinar platform on this list. So basically, research and select webinar platform.
Yeah, because it's either Facebook Live or.
Okay, so let's order the activities, shall we?
Okay.
Okay. So in order for me to so there's one thing missing here. After that practice run, you will then have to run the webinar.
What do you mean?
You actually have to run the webinar, right? There's nothing here that says you're going to run the webinar, right? I've seen marketing. Okay. Yeah.
On the actual date of the webinar, you mean?
No, you've said the date and time already, but you actually have to run the webinar. So because I'm assuming it's a live webinar, right? It's not like an evergreen webinar, right?
When you say run it, as in run it on the platform to test it on the platform?
No, you've done a test before, which is line 11, but you don't have to run it. You actually have to physically run the just like we're having a meeting like this. Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be on the dates that I set.
Yeah, but it still takes time, right?
So basically run webinar on date set.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I think this covers most of the activities that we have here. So now I know like line 12 and line 11 follow in that order. So set date and title. That's the first thing you do. Then you create a landing page webinar. No, you need to select the landing page for webinar is even from webinar platform, actually. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm saying landing page for webinar is different from webinar platform.
Yeah.
So you set the date and time, then you do landing page for webinar, you create that. That's number 2. And then you then collect lists. Where do you advertise? So on and so forth. That should be number 3.
No, because what I need to do first of all before I even start advertising is to actually have the Facebook post, the social media post ready to advertise. Okay,
that's the all of the indoctrination kind of posts. Okay, all right, 3.
And then that I've set that at 3 anyway.
Okay, then number 4.
4 then has to be
Eventbrite ad.
Yeah, the Eventbrite ads.
Okay,
that's fine. And then I guess 5 would then be
you've done the 5 already, which is fine. Collate lists, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And then 5 would be researching the platform.
6 with 6 now. You have 5 already. It should be 6.
Oh, 6. Sorry. And then
your presentation.
Yeah, doing the presentation. And then
7, 8, 9. I think Calendly time
That's just operational. That can come. So where's the actual creating finance? 7, that's 8.
Yeah, you just follow like that. 9, then 9 after that. Yeah, 9. No, that's not 9. The one on top is 9.
Why is the Calendly?
Because you have to, I see what you mean. You have to set the calendar time before you run, then you run the webinar, because when people then book.
And then I also haven't put in actually advertising, daily advertise. Daily advertising of the webinar. So how would you prioritize that? Because that needs to happen daily up until.
So that one is the one that you delegate, right?
Not the advertising itself, no.
Why?
Sorry?
Why are you getting advertising?
Why am I not delegating it?
Yes.
I've not really thought about, because I'm not doing Facebook. I'm just actually reaching out to people that that I have either been to my webinars already.
I get your point. Oh, okay. Remember what we spoke about last week?
It's not adverts in terms of paid ads.
Yep, I get your point. Okay, so this is organic advertisement.
So the thing, so what? How do you prioritize that? Because that's an ongoing action.
Yeah, so that one is going to be okay. If again when we look at our, if you remember when we talk about the goal breakdown structure, we spoke about 2 things. I spoke about systems, right?
Mm-hmm.
And commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And we said commitment are things that you have committed to do. Systems are things that you put in operational, that you're gonna that are supporting your goals. You cannot have one without the other, right? Okay. So advertising daily here is about scheduling. There is as equally important because it's part of your funnel management, right? Mm-hmm. So therefore, it's something that requires minimal effort and great impact. So I'll put that as effort required to do this post. Maybe it's like 3. Impact will be 10, right? Okay. So
the effort's actually a lot more than that. I'd probably say about 6 or 7 actually.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I've done it before, and it's a lot of effort having to reach out to.
Okay. So what you then? People. Yeah, I get it. So what you then need to do is, because this is big effort for you and big impact, you need to then schedule a time when that's going to happen, because this is something that you do on a daily basis. This is something that you have to put in your calendar straight away and say, okay, I'm going to just do this one. So once you put it in the calendar, it doesn't affect the ranking of these other ones that you're setting in place, because it's something that you would do on a daily basis. Okay, so when it's recurring, you don't actually put a priority on it. You just schedule it straight away. That's what I said in the video. When it's a recurring task that is like something you do on a daily basis, you don't need to put a priority against, because it's like a support system. It's like the same way your autoresponder works, right? Your autoresponder will work regardless. You don't need to put a priority against it. But things that will require some time of planning from your side, liaising with other people, that will take your time, and you have to think between choosing this task and choosing that task, which one should I do? That one we definitely need to put a priority against. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to Calendly times is number 9. Run the webinar is number 10. Right? Yeah, and then follow up. Okay, and I think the other thing to then think about is, are there things here? Okay, wait, let me allow you to finish. Okay, why Abna is doing this? Abby and Kemi, do you have anything like this that you want to share? Because I think I would like to make sure that everybody is getting a hang of this, so that before we start doing the vision board party or something like that. You have anything you want to share? Where are we in our journey?
Not at the moment for me.
Okay,
I still have to.
Where are you in your journey in this course? What challenges do you have? What
I'm
support
yet
do you
to
need?
put my goals together. So put my goals together for this program, because I have goals that I put down anyway already. But I mean, from the last week or two, and even today, I just thought maybe I should just use this program for one of my goals, because
Yeah. You
to
don't need
be
to see. It is impossible for me to help you to plan all of your goals. It's just not
exactly.
possible, right? Okay, but so if you look at Abinet's one right now, we're looking at 55 clients in a year type stuff, and we think, okay, what do we need to do? I can't plan everything in granularity, but if I can show her how to get it done in a way that is easier for us, then she can take the rest and just run with it, right? Okay, so I would definitely, between now and maybe, you have over the next 1 or 2 weeks, because obviously this program has an expiry date, right? It would be nice to get your goal in place. At least if you cannot get to this activity sheet, this thing that prioritization that Abner is doing, then for me it's a good place, because it means that you have clarity on your goal, you know what you need to do when you need to do it, and then the next what's left to them be doing is how to provide support to support the fact that you are getting that thing done. Does that make sense?
It does.
So what do you want to commit to right now?
I'll come next week with which goal. I mean, hopefully, or I plan to put some things together. I actually looked at my goals today and I thought, oh, this is too much for me to be. I'm not, excuse me, I'm not, this putting all of this in spreadsheet needs a bit of getting used to for me. It's not
okay.
something
Even if you
do.
don't use spreadsheet, you must write your goal down somewhere, right?
I write it on my phone. So
but you have it. Do you have it? You have a to-do list that you're doing every day on your goal? Do you?
I have a to-do list on a daily basis, but not, I can't say it is necessarily targeted to a goal, but my to-do list daily is part of planning for what I need to do. So for example, excuse me. So whilst I know you mentioned a week or two ago about having goals for different areas, which I do. So, but what I then know I do is on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, there's something in relation to that. So for work, whatever area of work, I'm planning it in the week to do that. So maybe I'll give you an example. If I have, I have a few things that I need to do as well as work. So for example, if I have a spiritual goal to teach blah blah blah, I know that for within the week I will plan to teach. If I have goal to register the company with blah blah blah, I will have this week contact this or do a research on that as my daily part of my daily goal. If I have so I may not, it doesn't seem as if I follow it this way, because sometimes you start on something and it leads you to something. So I guess the goal is writing down the goal and having a look at it regularly helps to bring me back, which is what I try to do with my daily goal.
What this is trying to do is to create a discipline, right? If you look at what we're doing here, it takes a bit of work to get it done. I mean, stuff, I spend hours just thinking through. But the thing is that once you have clarity around what you're doing and you have them mapped out, it's not autopilot. At times there will be some times where some goals you let slip. For example, I'll give you an example. I set a goal to keep fit this year, and I wasn't working on it as I should. One day I just woke up one day, I just said, you know what, I'm just going to go to the gym. And I just pushed myself, went to the gym 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And then fourth and fifth day, I couldn't go to the gym. And I said to me, oh man, there's no motivation here. So essentially, at times, no matter how well you want to get a goal done, if you don't have a system in place, right, to help you achieve those goals consistently, some of them would drop off, right? And part of the systems could be an accountability partner. It could be, just reviewing your goal regularly and getting that, the feedback of what you want to achieve to get you there. So getting your goal down into a plan that you can follow is very important. Because if you don't do that and block that out in your diary, people are going to pull you here and there. Oh, Kemi, let's do this. Oh, Kemi, what about this? Kemi, what about that? And for every single time that we spend on something that do not relate to what we are trying to achieve, we're literally wasting time, and we want to try and make sure that we don't waste a lot of time. Does that make sense? We want to make sure we focus our energy on what counts. And that's the reason why at times you don't really need to have 15 goals that you're pursuing a year. It might just be 2-3 goals that you're saying you want to pursue, and just you put all your energy into it. Yeah. So that's why we're looking using this method. But yeah, I just want you to try and catch up. You understand? And if you think you don't have to do the GBS, if you don't want to do GBS, let me just explain. The GBS helps you to determine your commitment level and your systems that you need to put in place. And the whole idea behind that is you need to come up with a to-do list of the things you need to do. Once you come up with a to-do list of the things that you need to do, you then need to just prioritize them, which is what we're doing here. And to prioritize them, you need to think of what effort is it going to require from me and what impact will it have when I actually achieve it, all right? And then you just order the task. Yeah, you order the task in the order in which you think you're going to get them done. That's it, really. So if I give you, to the end of next week to at least catch up on the videos, and try and catch up, would that work for you?
It will, because I'm trying to do that as well anyway. But as you know, well, we'll see, Sha. I'm planning to do that. At least I was actually planning to have the goals up, because I looked at what I put together before, but it will take some time for me to put it in Excel spreadsheet, because I have to think about it, you see.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. That's the idea.
Yeah.
And you have holidays coming, so there's no reason. Don't crowd your holiday and say, "Oh, I'm going to go and visit somebody."
Which
Just
holiday?
say, there's Easter coming, right? Easter coming next week, right?
That doesn't work for me. So
Okay.
holiday period for me is not really holidays. Anyway, don't worry.
All right, no problem.
more-
What I'm basically saying is that you need to create time for what is important to you. That's basically what I'm trying to say. There's some things that you might be thinking, "Oh, I have to do this." Actually, you can put them on the back burner, because see, once you get clarity on what you need to do, it is easier to achieve it. If you think about your book that you launch, you look at all the effort required in there. You got to put the effort in. Yeah, you got to put the effort in. And as simple as, "Oh, I want to write a book," you can imagine all the effort involved in that. And if we're tracking that,
but you made the effort. You made it seem so easy, honestly. So I'm hoping that all the others will be so easy.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you imagine if we are even actively tracking that book that you wrote, we will have gotten it done even maybe probably 5 months before that. If you are putting aside, say, "Kemi, where is this now? What I need it today," you get it done. The reason for that is because human beings, the way our minds work, if somebody gives you a small leeway, "Oh, you say I'll get it done tomorrow. Oh, I'll get it done next week," and before you know it, 2 weeks is gone, right? Okay, so I'm just saying that please, you need to create time for what you want to, because April now, we're already on the 9th day, right? Before you know it, April is gone, right? Okay, so we need to make sure that, in fact, today I was telling myself, I said, okay, man, every single day I need to note how much I'm meant to make on a daily basis. That's how granular you want to work it. It's okay, I'm meant to make 200,000 a month. Okay, what have I made this month? What am I making today? And then that will set your brain to start to work in a particular way, because then you're thinking, "Oh, I'm not making it. I haven't done this. I haven't done that." That's the kind of mindset. Okay, I want to cover the whole Bible in a year. Okay, what have I done today? How many have I read? Oh man, I haven't done this. And please, if you find yourself dropping your goal, please don't beat yourself down. Hey, that's also another thing I want to say. Just start from where you are and just keep moving forward. Because at times we can beat ourselves down. So I haven't done that, and then you get exasperated. You just give up. You don't want to do it again. That's not the way to do it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Abby,
Okay, thank you.
so I'll give it to the end of next week to get to this point. Okay. Now that's your coach mandate. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. All right. Abby.
I'm here.
Present ma. So where are we?
I got to the GPS,
And you
the
got
one
confused.
I showed you. Yes.
You got
I
confused,
got
eh?
No, I wasn't confused.
Okay,
I
good.
wasn't confused. It was the time. But I broke it down by the mind mapping. I've just not done it in the Excel format.
Yeah, I think so Abena, when I was working with Abena, Abena feels it might be redundant. If you think the GBS doesn't work for you, honestly, you don't have to do it. Yeah. The key thing is to almost say you're a project person, so this will be easier for you. You should think of this goal that I want to do. Actually, this thing that Abena is doing here is the most important part of the whole thing, right? Essentially, you're saying, what do I want to do? List out the task involved. Very important. And you see, this thing that Abena is doing requires a lot of brain work. I'm telling you, because when I was doing it for my stuff, I told that before you guys joined, I spent 2 hours. Because I didn't do mine on the spreadsheet initially. I just thought to like do like a whiteboard. I just sat and okay, we're going to talk to this person. I started writing that way, and I started taking pictures. We're going to take this one. We'll talk to this one. And at times your brain freezes up because you're thinking, okay, how's that going to work? And then you take a walk, you come back and get it done. Does that make sense? So but once you get it, once you go through the process and you get it done, you yourself, you have clarity. You see?
Yeah.
Because once you have clarity on this is where I'm going, trust me, every resource you need to make it happen will start to flow to you. I'm telling you, like this month, like we're only like project delivery workshops and stuff on my other company, and because I had a bit of clarity, it was not people were just coming, like, oh, can I do your course? Oh, can I do your course? Can I do your course? Can I do your course? I wasn't even like I was saying, oh, I'm going to do social media advertising. I didn't even need to do that. I had enough people who just I want to do your course, and I gained clarity. That makes sense. And that's what the Bible says. Without the vision, people perish. But if you look at that scripture, without the vision, people cast off restraint, which means that there's nothing that you're going towards. You just, hey, I'll do that tomorrow. You cast off restraint. There's nothing holding you as an anchor towards where you need to go, right? So don't get beholden to the GPS. I think the GPS doesn't work for you because I think you're thinking ahead, oh man, there's too many steps here. But key one is the GPS helps us to get a to-do list, right? Yeah. Activity priority matrix helps us to order those lists in a way so that we can apply our efforts, to the right thing. If you have 15 things you want to do and you have 24 hours, you cannot do all of them at the same time. You got to say, okay, which one is a high priority? And due to determine priority is to think of the effort it's going to take you and the kickback. What are you going to get back from it? Yeah. So if you have not watched the video I posted yesterday, please watch it because I explained it there as well, about how these things work. Yeah.
I actually watched all the videos, but I didn't see the latest one.
No, that one was posted.
Okay.
Posted yesterday. I think.
Okay.
It was posted yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think anybody has watched it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have the spreadsheet. I have a sample of the spreadsheet there of the activity matrix as well. I put it so you can download it and use it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I posted that yesterday evening. Okay. So Abby, I want everybody. I'm going to put it in the group chat. I want everybody to get to where I get to next week.
Okay.
And what you can do, what I want you to do next week is I want you to come together as a team. I won't be there. Come together as a team and just share what you've got as a team. You just help one another out. Like the way I'm sort of supporting Abner here. Let's just walk it through.
What do you mean?
Another one? Sorry.
What do I want to be there? You can run your own workshop, can't you? Okay, I'll be there. But what I'm saying is that I want it to be more collaborative, whereby it's not just me telling people what to do. I want other people to, because that's the whole idea of a coaching program is somebody who can give you feedback to what you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Next week Saturday, Abby.
Yeah.
Easter Saturday.
Take it off as off break. Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll meet the weekend after.
So you want to take it off as break? That's the question I'm asking.
Is Easter Saturday? Sorry, for me personally, and
yeah,
the
some people are
reason
not.
I've just been a bit quiet in this group is for me the timing. But obviously, I've realized this it's not only about me, so I just need to, fit in. But the timing is that this slot is very, very hard to commit to, and that's the honest truth. And I've had that discussion with you, David. The time for me just, it's been so hard. And that's what I struggled with the most, the time. This Saturday, 7 p.m. It's just been very, very difficult for me to commit to. Yes.
I think, what's her name? The lady in Uganda, what's her name? NJ says the same thing. I think Abena is the only one who seem not to worry about this, right? Abena, you're the only one that this time sort of suits, or
not really. I think it was fine. It's fine for me as well.
Yeah, well, so there's really nothing. We just need to make it fit for us.
So sorry, Abby, are you the one with the timing issue?
There are two of them. I think Abby
and NJ. I know NJ posted. So what time works for you? Because the thing for me is that I tend to have client calls. So I need to, once I fix a time, that time has to work for me. So if you're thinking about playing with time, what time works? And then if we change it, can we stick to it?
And it doesn't have to be weekend. It could even be during the week.
Weekdays will not work for me.
Okay. So there's no point.
Weekdays will not work for me as well.
Okay, let's just leave it. For me, weekday is when I do a lot. So Saturday is the time when I just.
Okay, so you want to do Sunday then? Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you people, but I don't know if Sunday works. Saturday, I mean, I've been coming, but because I know it's just not about me and I just need to make it work. So I've just been trying to move things around. But the biggest challenge for me was just coming Saturday. If it doesn't work for other people, then I would just have to get on with it. But I just need to be honest, like this time it's quite challenging for me. But if we can find another day, let's just go on. And yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay, so we haven't said. So I think what you're saying here is that
let's take. You said we should take a break on next week Saturday and then the week, because Easter is a lot of celebration, especially for Catholics, and yeah, we have a lot of celebration. But if we're going to do it, I would have to just make time to come. So it's not an excuse. Based on our affirmation.
So my recommendation, really, what I was expecting you to do together as a team is some sort of workshop where, if you look at the one I'm trying to help with Abena here, I want to get to a point where it's prioritized. You guys can watch the video and see the way it's done. When you meet again, I want everybody to have gotten to this place where Abena got to. You understand? Because ultimately, when you have this activity list, the next thing now is also to book some time in the diary. So to make sure that you book time in the diary, you have notification reminding you of what you got to do. So I want to get to the point where the group, people in the group have got this stuff done, right? And then you can work together and say, "Oh, have you thought about it?" Some of them might not be areas where you have competencies, but at least you could also learn from what is being done, what's being done if you want to run a business, for example. So that's really where I'm going to. So, Abena, do you have any comments about this Saturday? It's coming Saturday.
Saturday, I mean, if you're going to do it, then my preference is actually to do it early in the day. If you're going to change the time, because I'm going to have to reschedule my whole day.
Okay, I think so what time works, Abena? Sorry, not Abena. Abby, what time works for you on Saturday? Or Saturday doesn't work at all. That's what you're saying.
For me, Saturday doesn't work at all. Saturday is activity, my son, and then activities. But Let's stick to the 7. If we can't find any time, for me, my preference would have been weekday because I'm just on it. Weekdays, I'm doing work and I'm just motivated to get a lot done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just get
But-
it on Saturday. You just come and present, right?
So with Saturday is just relax. Please, let me just be looking and do what I need to do, especially the 7 p.m. on a Saturday.
So this is something that is just, I mean, it's not a forever program. You know what I mean?
Exactly, forever
So
program.
at times you just make sacrifices
exactly.
for where you're going. So I think
Let's just get on.
I think let's stick with the time that we got.
Okay.
The only other question here is, do we want to take next Saturday off as
Yes, please.
holiday period or not?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay. Abena,
Yes.
Abena, if you want to meet for me to look at this, you can still send it to me. We can catch up briefly to provide feedback to you on your stuff. Okay. Is that okay, Abena?
Yeah, you and I can meet up if everyone wants to take the Saturday off. Then yeah, you and I can meet up.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I want to say. So Abby and Kemi, yeah. If you're gonna meet, please, I'm begging you here. Yeah. If you're gonna meet in 2 weeks' time, I need to know that you are going to get to where Abner got to here.
Yeah, I can commit to that.
And please, I will not take excuses. I need to make sure everybody's on the same page because I have to, obviously, this is a 6 weeks program. It's already going to get stretched into 8 weeks or whatever. And I just got to make sure that.
Are we stretching into 8 weeks here?
No, because how many weeks today is meant to be the 5th week, right? So if we take a week off, I need to do vision board, and then I need to do affirmation and accountability. That's it.
So can we not take the week off then?
No.
See, if that doesn't work for me,
Abina, I will meet with you to get your stuff done. Yeah, okay. I think it's unfair if I have to drag you back because some other people are not available, right? So just get this stuff moving. Next week, please, let's finalize it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will do what needs to be done. Yeah. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah. Because okay, we'll do that then. Because I'm going to be away. So.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
We'll do that.
Okay. So let's quickly round up this one. So here you have the priority that is based on 1 to 11. Yeah. So this is the order in which you think it should be done, right? Set date and time, landing page webinar, create your cover page for posts, Eventbrite ad done. Then you get a list together, and then you will research and select your platform, and then where is the okay? I'm assuming webinar presentation and do practice run. Yeah, I think you should open the. Essentially, you're going to do that on the target webinar platform, right? So that like 11 there, when you do practice run on the webinar host, right? So just do practice run on webinar host platform, that place. Just put, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. The other thing I have to ask you, right? So when I was doing the priorities, I just literally went through prioritizing everything, right? But when it comes to say network direct sales, which is my daily activities that I do around contacting clients, right?
Yeah.
When I'm prioritizing that, I've got to then create a completely different set of priority lists.
Is that a question or a statement?
I'm asking, it's a question rather than a statement, despite the exclamation at the end.
Why do you need to create a different set of priority lists?
So what I'm saying is that, well, doing the direct sales has nothing to do with the webinar.
Yeah. Because this is a separate.
Yeah. So when I'm doing a separate So for each separate, say, project,
Yeah.
I have to create a different set of priority lists.
Yeah, you have to have it.
But then when it comes to scheduling it, so
Yes.
that I'm actually then, taking action, how do I then, if I have priority 1 here and priority 1 there, how do I then schedule the priorities?
A very good question. This is where this bit here comes to play, right? The impact and effort, right? Because essentially, if you have 2 tasks that have got the same priority based on the order in which you have done them, right? You got to make a decision and say which one is going to give you the quickest return, right? Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
So essentially, you only have 1 hour to do something, and you got 2 conflicting stuff. One has to give, right? You then have to say, okay, I'm going to do this one first and then do this one later. So when we have 2 tasks that have got the same priority, quote unquote priority, as it were, we then got to check, we got to ask the question, effort versus impact. Always remember, the one that will give you quick wins should be done first. You understand? Why is that? Because it requires less effort, maximum result.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. So I think if you can aim for you to get all your priorities done, and then maybe next week we can just work on 2 of them and help you to do scheduling, and I think you can just do the rest of the scheduling yourself. So I just get all the
I set the priorities differently. I just took everything and prioritized it. Okay, so I need to reprioritize each project now because I've done the prioritization differently.
Yeah. Every task got to be prioritized in its own merit.
Oh, okay.
Because each of these tasks takes your time, your effort, right? Yeah.
Okay. So today we're not moving on to the visualization stuff. We're just gonna.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet, because I think get all of this stuff done.
Yeah.
Let's get it all listed out. Next week, I will do the I will help you to do some of the scheduling just to show you how to do it. And then I think we should do the vision board party when the week after next. Yeah.
After Easter then.
After Easter, we just do vision board party. So I will announce it, because vision board party should be the right kind of energy in the room. You understand?
Yeah. You need to, meditate first and, raise your vibration level and everything.
Yeah. So at the moment, I don't think everybody is in that space, because people have not even caught up yet around, what they're doing properly. So I think if Kemi can sort this out, and Abby can get to the point where we're here, by that time when we do vision board party, even if the stuff is not scheduled yet, the vision board party will still be able to work, because
I'll be ready, and I will even schedule it, because I have an idea how to do this, and I'll run it past you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so let me then ask them, David. So on the 23rd, we do the vision board party. Then how many more sessions do we have after that?
So you should have, after the vision board party, you should have 1 more session around accountability. Yeah. Accountability, visualization, affirmation.
So there'll be 1 more session or 3 sessions?
You should have 1 more session after
that.
Okay,
1 more session.
So you should have.
So we've only got 2 sessions left.
Technically, you got 3 sessions, because you're gonna do one next week, right? With me. You understand?
But the session I'm going to do with you isn't that the session we're all supposed to be doing? But
no, it's because the rest of the team are not ready yet, and I can't pull you back. So I'm going to do a session.
I see.
Yeah, I'm going to do a session with you to help with the scheduling. Once we've got the scheduling,
okay.
The next thing is then to do the vision boarding, and then the vision boarding party, and then the last one. So by the 30th of April, we should be done. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, cool. Any other question? So Abida, get the ranking done. If you need any catch up, let me know. I'll be on holiday from Wednesday, but I'll be available to support you on Saturday. Yeah. So if you need
Okay.
any scheduling done, even when I'm on holiday, just let me know. But
Okay. Are you traveling or you're going to be in the UK?
I'm traveling.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
traveling.
if you're traveling, then we may as well just do it after you get back, right?
It's fine. You know, it's just 1 hour of my time. It's no problem. Honestly, just don't. I don't want the energy to go down because I'm not around. Just get your stuff done, right? I'm always available anywhere in the world. Get your stuff done. Send it to me. Let's do some scheduling session together. Abby and Co, the other guys don't need to show up. If NJ wants to show up on that day, is okay. That's fine. It's no problem. But the ones that couldn't show up, I will have an arrangement with them to catch up with them. But I don't want to hold you back. Yeah, because obviously everybody's got different kind of arrangements. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much, Abna. So I think I don't know whether is this working for you? Yeah, that's fine. Stop sharing. Yeah. So is this sort of working for you? Obviously we got time issue with Abby, which we're very clear about, but
who are you asking? Sorry.
I'm asking Abina first. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is what the whole thing working for me?
Are you getting your value? I mean, I just want to know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm learning a lot. I mean, for me, as I said, the whole point of doing this was this session that we're doing now, the prioritization and the scheduling. That's where I really have challenges. So yeah, it's definitely working for me. I think there's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than I'd anticipated.
But yes.
In terms of going through the videos and stuff like that. But I guess for me, what's coming up for me is that my schedule is so tightly packed that if something drops by the wayside, it's difficult to find time to fit it in. So I need to look at how I schedule my time generally.
And you also need to think about whether there's some tasks that you're doing that you could not do. Does that make sense? So essentially, because when I look at your stuff, that's what I look at. I just thought, you just got so much stuff, and it's okay because it's part of building a business, right? There'll be things that you have to do and all that kind of stuff. But my recommendation would be, as soon as possible, try and get a virtual assistant, right? As soon as you can. Is somebody from Pakistan or somebody from wherever that speaks good English that can just help you with some of the things that it takes a bit of your time. You need to definitely consider that. In fact, today I was thinking about that as well. I was thinking about, I've got people that work for me, on the side, but I was also thinking about, okay, I need to get enrollment officers, I need to get sales agents that can do some stuff, that can, they will just get commission. So, and don't think about, I have to pay them. You can work a commission-based whatever. So for example, in Ghana, find people that are like professionals and say, listen, I'll give you 10%, or so let's say you're making $5,000 on your stuff. You can say, listen, I'm going to pay you $500 for every person you refer to me, or work as a sales agent. You just work out
find
what that would do is to bring a lot of leads into your business, right? And then whatever to the money you make, you pay them. There's absolutely no way. What you're doing right now, with all the stuff you got in there, it's not sustainable. It's just not sustainable. You just got to think of. And that's the reason I wanted to do priority properly, because there are some things there that you think, what, I gotta delegate this, And so I don't think about the fact that you have to hire someone that you pay a lot of money. You can literally get virtual assistant now in different countries that you pay. I mean, some people are pay them like £100 a month, which is small money compared to what we earn here, but for them is sizable, because of the country where they are, so you are not underpaying anybody, you're paying them the market rate for their country, but it's enough. There are some guys that we're working with in Canada, in India at the moment, some guys working for me, they collect $18 an hour, right? $15 an hour, that's what they collect, so which means in a day, maybe I pay them $100 a day, right? But when we charge them out to the client, we charge them out at a different rate. But the client knows about this, knows the fact that, look, we're getting people from, countries where things are not as expensive. I'm just sort of giving you all this idea around. You could just structure, just think about how you can delegate some stuff. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you won't know that until you've done this exercise. So this is absolutely crucial for you to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Abby, feedback from you apart from time that doesn't work.
Feedback. Yeah, like Abena said, I've learned a lot. Yeah, I do watch the videos and I like the quiz and I like the session as well.
But
to be honest with you, the only thing is just time because of the time, it's hard for me to focus.
Yeah,
Because,
I know.
Literally
Okay.
doing a lot of things.
So Abby, we're gonna obviously you've done this before in a different way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the reason I'm sort of asking you.
Yeah.
What these sessions are good because it allows feedback. Obviously, the reason why it doesn't work for you properly is because of the timing. You know, and so what I would suggest is that if you can after Easter, if you can get me your stuff, maybe sometime after Easter, I will open the calendar for you to book some time with me one-on-one. So that we don't even have to wait until Saturday. I can just provide that kind of feedback to you, you know, to just bring you up to speed, you know. So I think that way, you know, I just want to make sure that everybody gets to the same because I don't want to finish the program and somebody's like, oh, you know, lagging behind. Obviously, there's only so much I can do, but I want to try. I want to give that opportunity. So maybe the week at beginning, after Easter, I would open the calendar up, and then you can have some. Just get your stuff. Try and get to where I get to. That's the minimum requirement. I'm just asking for.
Yeah,
everybody.
I think I'm just one step behind. So
okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Abina, keep rocking it. Abby.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time as well.
Thank you. Have a great Easter, all of you.
Everyone.
All right.
Yeah, and you too.
And you too. Enjoy. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.